Yo, sound. What's up? If everyone can hear me and we're all good, then we're winning. If not, let me know. I'm sure everyone will. But yeah, how's everyone doing? We all good? How many people we got in here? Like 105? Mad. That's coming through. I got Connor just waiting over in the next scene, basically. We're going to be going through everything to do with Such a Shame, the creation and the video and the concept and everything that it came up with. Going to be taking a bunch of questions as well midway through it, and then I got a bunch of questions overthrow on Instagram that I'm going to take at the end, so stick around for some weird and interesting stuff. I think it's going to be a good one. Yo, there's a lot of first time people in here. Hello, thanks for coming through. You've got sound. Everything all good? When will you be down your roots? Fuck you, George. How about that? Yes, I know my hair has gotten long. It's gotten long. Right, sweet. We're sticking around the 90 mark, and I think that's around doable. But if you're here, we basically dropped a video for the redux of Such a Shame last week, which people seem to be liking a lot. It's a very weird sidestep for us to do this type of video, as it's something we never approached and done before. I had the initial idea to be trying to do it, but we were kind of overwhelmed with so much stuff at the time that I reached out to Connor, who I'd been following for quite a while, and really admired all the work he's created in the past. And he said yes to working on something together, so it was a really cool experience, and we're gonna probably jump into that now. So seamless transitions around here, you know, nothing but the best. I've also got to put these on. Shout out Ben, because my speakers just blew. So I'll just transition on through. Yo, you're good?
Hey, you
Yo,
hear
what's
me?
good? Yeah, I can hear you. Honestly, for a second there, I was shitting myself thinking it wasn't going to come through. Yeah,
No,
so
I hear you loud and clear.
everyone in chat, this is Connor, who is the reason behind pretty much the entirety of this video. Helped out a lot with kind of bringing the vision to life. And yeah, give your own intro. To be honest, man, you got enough stuff to say behind you.
Yeah, thank you for the big ups. Yeah,
It's all good.
very happy to work on this video. I love how it turned out. Very freaky. Definitely like one of the most like dusty ass decrepit videos I've done.
Yeah,
And
totally.
had the pleasure of working on. And
To-
again, yeah, just in front of everyone, I want to congratulate you on making the real life footage blend so well with the AI.
Cheers, bro.
What an amazing job. It really does all come together, and I really love the end result.
Thanks, man. I mean, like it was a process getting it down and kind of making it work. Like this is the one thing I've kind of been hit with kind of hard with people reaction with this. A lot of people are like, "Oh, fuck AI," and "I can't believe you did an AI video. It's so bad." Can you just explain how much has to go into actually doing it? It's not as simple as just, it's not as
Yeah,
simple as you just sit down and tell it what to do and it does it. There were so many trial and errors. I think out of about 300 clips, like for every 300 or whatever, you'd use about 5. There was
yeah,
it was like dialing it in and getting it right. Can you just kind of speak behind the process of you learning how to do that?
absolutely. So, yeah, you're right. It's not as simple as most people seem to think that it is. It's not like I just tell it what I want and then I immediately get a great result. Before Gen 2, which is the AI that I used for this, became public, I'd already made like 25,000 4-second long clips for like the videos that I was working on. I think
Jeez.
for this one alone, when I came to the studio, uh, to you, I'd already like generated 2,000 like within like the first 1 or 2 days of working on it. And from them, I'd say for this video in particular, I only used about 20% of the results that I got for like the overall thing. And then of that 20%, um, about about 15% of that was used in the final video.
Yeah.
So it's Yeah, I mean the biggest way that I do this is like you like gave me the instructions for what you wanted visually out of it,
Yeah.
and I made like a bunch of different results for that, and then it's just a matter of picking the best that we both want, that
Yeah.
that shares the visions of what we both want for the video.
I see it in the
So
kind of
it's a
like the
lot of
same way
trial
as
and error.
drawing, like in the same
Yeah,
way as doing
yeah,
drawing or graphic design. Like it's not as direct as I think the world makes it out to be, because you've got a lot of artists now, I think, complaining about the idea that it just bypasses some people's entire existence, which honestly, to a degree, I think it does. But I think we've got to learn to use these mediums as a way to evolve our workflow. I imagine when the first DAW,
100%.
yeah, I imagine when the first DAW came into existence, everyone who was still cutting to tape was like, "Fuck this shit, it's cheating." Like, you can go back and you can edit. I think it'll be seen in the same light, and I know that I've definitely used it in the past to help me quicker do stuff. Like in this video I used in the Adobe suite, they've just introduced like an AI color corrector for clips. So it's not a case of me just whacking it on and it did everything. It was a case of me doing comparable clips and then pressing a button, and then it'd get close to it, and then I'd still have to dial it in. But that reduced my workflow from about 60 hours to 2.
Yeah,
And it's like, this video we had to turn around, this video was turned around quick. It had to be done really, really fast. So it's using all these tools and stuff you got at hand. Like, I'm all in like the boat for being like, fuck AI to a degree if you're just relying on it to make everything you do. Like, I feel like if you're exploiting it to its degree, but I feel like if you're pushing the creative medium as much as you can, and you're really trying to, keep forward thinking with it rather than just rely on it,
yeah.
it'll just become a stagnant trend. I mean, like, you've worked on several different platforms to do with this kind of thing, right? You were talking about Speedway and like having access to betas and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
Have you seen it develop over time?
yeah, so first off, I completely agree with you. Like, AI very much is used as a crutch by a lot of people, especially now as it's starting to like gain more mainstream recognition. But I've been working with this stuff for like 4 years now, since 2019. So I've used like basically every different type of video AI that there is, and there's always more being made. But my biggest takeaway from all of them is that no matter what, if you want to stand out, you got to put your own touch on it, because there's so much generic AI art like everywhere. And
Jesus.
I think the reason why I've continued to have success in the field and make a name for myself is because even before that, I like had a style, and
Yeah.
it's just me interjecting my own ideas and styles into this new tool, a new
Yeah.
medium. And it's the same as like 3D or, drawing or everything that came before. It's just another tool for human creativity. And if
Yeah.
you treat it as that, you can make amazing things. But if you use it as a crutch, then, you know,
Yeah.
it'll it'll
For
be
real.
ruined for you.
It's like
Um,
you see dips and trends with everything in terms of art,
yeah,
whether it be to the style, whether it be to how it's made. Like, you see it in photography, you see it in graphic design, I see it in video quite heavily. Like, you have a background in actual video editing as well, right?
yeah.
You do all your own edits. Did you know of like other kind of platforms and stuff before you went into all this, or did you learn it all at the same time? Like, were you like a After Effects type of dude, or like where do you come into
Nah,
it?
so I started making videos. Like, originally I was just making Weezer shit posts, and that's how I taught myself how to edit.
That's sick.
Um, And then I got really into making music videos, and I made my own, just messing around in Premiere, just watching, basic tutorials and then just experimenting. And
Yeah.
it's the same with AI. Like, I've been doing this stuff since it was brand new. Um, and all throughout that, there's not too much you can rely on in terms of having things done for you. So it really is just experimenting and using all the different new pieces of software, whether it's model scope, stable diffusion, Gen 1, Gen 2, you know, all sorts, deep fakes. That was
Yeah,
like the
that
first
those
AI
deep
that I ever
fake
used.
things are getting scary. I know, like the actual face replacement shit, like that's getting to a level now where it's
Yeah, and
actually
it's getting
like,
so easy now too.
yeah, it's
It's
worrying.
again, that's another part of like the whole AI discussion is you know, what are you going to use it for?
Yeah,
Because it really is, it's a tool, and like any tool, you know, it's down to the user to define it and what it does. But yeah, in terms of the development of the AI videos and stuff, like using Gen 2 for this is really good because again, it you really will find the best results if you don't rely on it as a crutch and you already have like ideas for what you want out of a video, and you know how to stitch pieces and frames together and tell a story.
for sure.
And it helps if you know filmmaking already, you know, it helps
Yeah.
if you know the right
For
terms
real.
and
I mean,
things.
if you had someone come up to you and be like, "Oh, how would I learn how to get into this kind of thing and stuff?" Because I always find that gatekeeping ideas and shit like that, it never. Everyone's always ever gonna catch up anyway. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like,
absolutely.
I'd always rather be the person who can offer a hand into someone else's own artistic realm.
Yeah, and same with me, you know, I've made a bunch of posts even recently. Like if any of you guys listening wanna learn how to do this stuff or how to use Runway, message me on Insta, you know, you don't have to pay the ridiculous amounts of money that it costs. In fact, I've never paid them anything. Like all the videos that I've done, you know, I've just found ways to bypass it and it's really simple. So if you want to know that and you want to do some fun creative stuff, DM me on Insta and I'll share you
What's
the
your ats?
tricks.
What's your ats? Just so everyone
Yeah,
can
it's
get you.
at KingCon2K11 for pretty much all social media, but Instagram's the main one. Yeah, just reach out to me there. I can give you Premiere and other Adobe stuff for free as well, so that you don't
Man's
have
got
to
all the
pay for
hacks.
them.
He's got all the hacks and
Literally,
all the
like
links.
as you
So
say, fuck gatekeeping, like, and especially with AI, like the whole point of AI is that it's the collective workings of man put into machine and given to us all. So
yeah,
fuck anyone that tries to exploit it for like bullshit capitalist reasons in the way that Runway have been.
facts.
It should all be free and open source. So come to me if you want it free and open source.
For real. I mean, like it is really interesting to see those who are getting annoyed about it because like we've just said. I feel you do have to have a background in something creative because everyone's under this impression that people like me and you are just going to completely lose our jobs and our purpose because you'll have some business suit come along and just press a button and everything that they want to make will be created. When in turn, me and you both know that that's not going to happen. It's going to be me and you who have pressed that button to then excel on top of something. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. It's all, you know, as I said, as you said, it really is a matter of how you use it. So if some suit with like no experience in making a video comes along, sure they can easily bring their ideas to life, but it'd basically just be a glorified storyboard or something like that. You know,
Yeah,
it still takes creativity and vision to make something with these tools. It's yeah, just because it makes things a lot faster and a lot easier in certain ways doesn't mean that the end result has to be gotten that way. Like as I said, with this, it takes time and a lot of trial and error if you really want to bring something to life that stands out.
for sure. And I think it's just going to keep getting better and better, which brings it on to being like more and more exciting. I mean,
Yeah,
what recent developments have you kind of seen in this kind of world? Is there anything like I was wondering about AI 3D generation and stuff? Like, is that
yeah,
like 360 cam? Is that like coming along? And what's going
yeah,
in that world?
that's coming a long way recently, especially with plugins for stuff like Blender.
Yeah,
But one of the things that I'm most excited for is inevitably when Runway do make Gen 3, I really hope that it has the ability to define what a character is more, and then with that, give them the ability to, you know, say speech in like a video or do more specific actions. I think that'll probably be in Gen 3, which I imagine will come out within the next like 3 months or something. So that'll be really exciting to use. And yeah, other than that, I mean, there's so much like the text to voice and voice to voice, like AI voice changes and stuff like that are going to be amazing for music. I mean, some of
Yeah,
the stuff with them already is like I want to do a big mashup album of like hundreds of different musicians and artists, like AI style, like something like a Neil Cicierega like Girl Talk style
sick.
mashup album would be absolutely insane with AI music as well. Like there's just an unimaginable stuff coming. Honestly, like I really want to make a short film that predicts the future of AI within like the next 5 years, because it's literally gonna be like the shit out of science fiction, and it's gonna
Yeah.
change the world in a creative sense at least.
Yeah, literally, and I don't think it's anything like after doing this project now, like and watching this back, I honestly don't think it's anything to worry about. And that's not me just talking from a personal sense of, oh, look how good this thing is with this tool that we've made. Because I'm like, there's still so many things in this video that if I didn't know how to do or how to shoot or how to edit or how to do shit, or likewise with you, it wouldn't have come out the way it's come out. You know,
Yeah,
it's like there's certain shots like this last shot, for example, which it's like the candles go out and it's doing all that. That's all organic and real. You know, there's no trickery, there's no other bullshit behind that, and it's the storyboard elements and other stuff like that. Is there any frames in this video like which you created? Is there any which you're super stoked on, or like have never kind of done anything in that realm before?
yeah. Well, a lot of the corpses and stuff in this video, I based them off of the ones that I did in the Alex Calder Disease Freak video,
Yeah,
because that was like my first video, like making like art with rotting corpses and stuff, really. But with this, I wanted to make it more dusty and decrepit, and have that smoking lounge vibe.
yeah. Like I
Yeah,
remember when I came to the original idea with it, it was like we were trying to hit like Coraline, all this like
yeah,
weird animation that's just super uncomfortable, because realistically thing is, if you're going to go in and try to do a project like that, it's sick and it's awesome and it's amazing. Problem is, those types of people who would do those projects back in the day either don't do them anymore, or you're going to be talking near fucking millions to get something like that actually
yeah,
sculpted and done. Like it's ridiculous. Like you're going to need like a hedge fund to just get a 3-minute fucking video made. So it's, you know, like being able to do something like this for me was like very, very special, because I've always wanted to have a video which has elements of this type of shit. There was I think it was a Coldplay video back in the day which just haunted me as a kid. I mean, the song did as well for other reasons, but just, you know, Coldplay. But the video stuck with me for a massive part of my entire life, and I was just like, I want to do something that looks animated. So being able to bring actual generation stuff into our realm and kind of seamlessly blend it, you know, I'd say seamlessly. There is definitely a seam here, but I think we managed to pull it off quite well.
yeah.
And this was the first video that I didn't send anything through CRT other than the end, because remember we discussed it in the beginning and that was going to be a vibe, but
Yeah, I really like the way it looks without it. It definitely feels dustier
yeah,
and older and
yeah,
more organic.
for sure. And I feel like you did some of the detail in it, and I realized that whilst I was going along this process of making this, I was just like, wait, this is going to be the first time like the concept for this video, big spoiler alert if you didn't work this out, this is the first time any video is actually based in the real world. So to show this and to highlight this, I wanted to not have any CRT involved, because this video itself isn't a process of watching and observing. This is a process of performing and like destruction and decay, because we see the fire happen, we see everything come alive, and then these creatures, ghouls, just start absolutely melting and doing all this other stuff. You can pick apart the story and throw it off with other stuff that I'm going to be putting out and we're going to be throwing together, but like I feel like that there's a lot of this stuff which is, I'm not going to go into, but it's intentional for intentional sake. Like we could have spent, I could have spent a year making this with you, to be honest, Connor, because there's so much stuff on it where I was like, oh, we could do this thing and this thing, but once again, this comes back to being like talking about generation and stuff. It's not as easy as just being like, I want a man to stand up and light a cigarette. Like, that's, to get him to do something as easy and as simple, it's like
Yeah.
it's fucking me. Like, I remember you just sending me so many versions and I was like, this feels like my brain's melting whilst watching it. in a good way, but I can't actually figure out what the fuck's going on. Like, it was almost too much off the end of the spectrum. So we were just constantly doing this balancing act all the way through whilst trying to make this. So it was it was exciting. Like, the original idea I had for this video was to just be in vertical, like, phone screen size format. It was just going to be phone format, super simple video, me just singing, some candles, some of the other real life shots that are in this, and that was going to be it. But then we showed like the label and our manager and everyone else the song, and it just kind of went a bit mad. So it was like, right, we got a budget to do something now and then, I guess. And
I'm very glad you did, because I had a great time working on this.
I'm glad. I'm really glad, because there's times I was hitting you up where I was just like, how do I tell you that this shot of this woman where she's turning, it's a bit too quick, so you need to remake this entire frame. And that's a big thing about this as well. You can get something, but you can't really do much with it, if that makes sense. So you can't, like, take control of stuff. Or can you? Or can you yet?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's something that I hope improves with the updates or the future versions. Hopefully in Gen 3 it'll give you more, like, access to control. It'd be cool if it gave you, like, a motion captured, like, model of, like, a body to manipulate in an environment itself with the next one, but that might be a few, like, gens down the line, I guess. But yeah, with and that's another thing making this video, like, as you say, to get a shot of, like, a guy standing up smoking, you'll have to go through, like, at least 60 failed attempts to find the right one. And even then, like, to get a matching shot of it, you know, it's the same thing. Like, it's and in future it probably will get a lot easier to do stuff like that. But right now, yeah, you're talking a lot of trial and error. So it really is just figuring out the tools and how they work.
I remember it was one of the first shots we were trying to get was a fly circling, like, a wine glass. For example, that was one of the first shots, and I'm not sure if there's one of these coming up soon. But if you just keep an eye out, everyone who's watching, if you keep an eye out to the video at the side, there's a shot where it's like a fly is eating a glass, and then there's a shot where there's a fly in a glass, and there's a dude staring at it, and it's like, fly circling a glass. You'd think that'd be a pretty simple thing to understand, because when someone tells you what that is, you're like, oh yeah, I get that. And then this was when I realized a computer literally can't understand that for shit. So it's like, you got a fly becoming a glass, you've got a man with a fly for a head, and it's like, this is just not getting it at all. But
it's like trying to tell someone on acid a description of something you saw. Like, it's gonna become
literally
10 different things by the time you're done.
Literally. I mean, what's, like, the biggest projects you ever worked on in terms of, like, back and forth in and other stuff like that? Because I know you are pretty quick.
With how you do stuff, like a year and a half or like 2 years ago, I was working on this video with Mo Lola, and her team. She's like, I don't know if she is anymore, but she used to be like the manager of, like, Yeezy or something. She got, like, big connections with Kanye and, like, other musicians and stuff. But to be honest, I had an awful time working on that project. Like, it were months and months of back and forth where, like, the original directors left, and then people on the team kept quitting because the work was so bad. And but that wasn't a very pleasant one.
Was that just down to the actual creation of stuff, or was that the direction just constantly changing that you had to
that was just more so direction and everything changing. Like, I didn't really have a hard time with the creative aspect of it. It's more so just the internal, like, ways that everything was set up. But thankfully none of that was with this, you know. It's just me and you talking, and that's the way it should be, you know. It's a great way to work. Like, you just get shit done way easier when it's not like going through 10 different people.
Yeah, for real. I mean, that's a quick one I'm just going to put in chat. I know there's a bunch of people who are into this, who are into filmmaking, and they're into, like, this type of animation generation kind of stuff. Always, like, my advice when always working with other people is, remember, it is a collaboration. They are working with you to provide for the both of you, for example. So it's like, I'm not just running to Connor, for example, and being like, make this good. You know, I'm running to him with an idea, with a concept, with something that me and him can both work upon to make something out there. And I feel like it's a lot which is kind of missing with filmmakers now, and it's missing with directors, is when you go to work with someone, or when a client comes to you, and it's like vice versa, if you're in a band hiring someone, remember that you are pulling someone in who has their own style, you're pulling someone in who has their own background and how they work, you know, and you've got to make it actually happen. And these days I feel like that kind of process gets neglected a lot of the time, and it definitely shows in the product at the end, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone I work with, I just treat as an equal artist, which they are, and we're able to talk like real people and make great work. And yeah, I'm just thankful for every job that I get that's like that, and that's the environment that I try to create with everyone that I work in. And it just gets the best results, it's a creative medium. So if you can just be real and talk like people and talk about creativity without any of the other baggage and stuff in the way, you'll have a better time and make a better end product.
For real, man. I think that's a pretty good way to kind of bookmark this with you right now, because I know we're running out of time. I'm going to stick all the kind of stuff in this video at the end. I am going to stick around and do a bunch of questions now, but this Zoom meeting is going to run out real soon. So I just want to say thank you, Connor, for everything you've done. Go check out Connor's stuff at King Kong. It's like at King Kong. Do you want to drop it in the chat if you're on Twitch at the minute, Con?
I don't know if I can. I think I need to sign into my Twitch.
That's
but,
all good. I'll get one of my guys to drop it in
yeah.
chat.
Also, can I just answer this question that Hellboy Tom asked real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So yes, how do I approach a shot with a 320 word limit? Usually, I just I mean, if I read it back, it'd sound ridiculous. I can literally read you back like something I'm working on right now. So I'm trying to get the Grim Reaper playing like electric guitar, like GTA 4 style. So I'd put like PS2 graphics, leather bony skeleton, Grand Theft Auto 4 minimap, Reaper gameplay, skeleton, skull, hood, minimap, Rockstar Games, GTA 4 3D. So it's, I mean, it's like you just try and describe the thing you want in so many different ways, and you just got to figure out the right places to put the right words to get the right results to happen. And even then, you're going to be doing it like tens or hundreds of times until you get the right thing. Legit. So it really is just trial and error.
It's almost like when you're describing it's like use a description that is one of these like hashtag accounts that's trying to sell Ray-Bans. You know, where it's just like every single formation of a hashtag that you can get is pretty funny. Oh, Sam's linked your account in there. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'll stick all your stuff in at the end anyway, but thank you, Connor, for this, bro.
Yeah, really great talking with you. Thank you for having me. Have a good day, everyone.
So good, man.
Yeah, as I say, if you want to know how to do this stuff, or if you want like free software or free creative shit, just hit me up on Instagram, and I'm happy to share those secrets.
Nice one, Connor. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
All right, take care.
Take care, bro. Peace. Whoop. Right, just flicking that back. Just want to say a massive thank you for coming through. I know that I had shit tons of ones in chat. Big up the ones in chat. I know that I did have a bunch of questions to kind of go through and answer for stuff. So if you want to throw any questions in now, I'm going to stick around for like another half hour or so, and we can just kind of talk about some stuff. There's a lot of stuff in this video which the song wise personally for me is pretty important. It's like I said over on Instagram, this song over time became a lot more prevalent in my life, and the meaning of it changed dramatically. So yeah, being able to do this and share it with everyone was really special. So I appreciate everyone giving it the time, checking it out. If you haven't checked it out, please go and check out the song, check out the video, let us know what you think. If you hate it, let us know. If you like it, let us know. None of this stuff would be possible without any of you guys, so I just want to say a massive thanks. But like I say, if anyone wants to drop any questions or any dumb shit in chat, or anyone wants to bully me, now's your time. Let's go. Oh, just nearly broke all my shit. It's a good time. Congrats on the Roadrunner deal. Thank you. Yeah, dream come true, working with the best people. You know, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't the right move, because we all care about being able to do this kind of shit, and it survives. So thank you. What artists are your biggest inspiration? Currently, right now, there's a guy called Blacksmith who's really, really fucking sick. It's almost like dance kind of music, but it's mad. What's the ending of the video mean with the monitor flash, with the monitor flat lines? Go back to sober and it ties in. Also, if you haven't watched the video, Sam's just dropped it in chat. Go give it a spin and come back and let us know what you think. Do you guys plan on having a new line of merch? Of course. I'm currently just finishing it off right now for the run. In September, we're heading over to the States for a tour with Unity TX, See Space Cowboy, and Nothing Nowhere. If you are from America and watching this right now, we'd love for you to come out to a show. We've got a lot of special stuff planned for it. The merch for it is going to be sick. There's one of my favourite pieces that I've ever made. Can't wait to be back. Last time in America was honestly like a blessing, so it's just going to be a good time again. We've also just dropped new merch on the site, if anyone's wondering. Yeah, one of them. Was it recorded on a real piano or virtual instrument? Unfortunately, it's a virtual one because don't have money, but it does sound good. I'll give you that. We did try doing it on a real one that we've got at the studio, but it is so out of tune. It is so bad that it would, one, take too long to learn how to do it, and two, just be absolutely horrific. My friend has heard literally one Static Dress song, and I managed to convince him to buy tickets to Boston. Yo, let's go! It's gonna be a great time. Can't wait. Where do you want to play live the most? Honestly, like, at this point, anywhere. I really want to do anywhere, somewhere in Asia, like Japan would be like a dream come true, just to be able to go there. Who produced all the Redux stuff? It's all produced by us. If not, it'll be in some of the versions that we got coming out. It's mentioned who it's produced by. If it's not said, it's produced, mixed and done by us. It'll just be mastered by a good friend Grant at Fader Mastering. Ooh. Did you guys have a hoodie on sale at Download that had the dude on the cross? Seen a guy in one and a kill for one. Yeah, we do have those hoodies available. I think there's like 5 left. I'm gonna stick them up like tonight. And that dude on the cross was actually Connor. Funnily enough, we just played as a 5-piece. Basically, but yeah, Connor got his chance to play Slam Dunk because he missed it last time. That whole, like, the idea of having the death of independence was tied into the kind of biblical theme that we were running around that, so that's why all that stuff happened. Oh my god, there's so many stuff. Will you continue to implement AI on your work, or was it a one-time thing? It'll probably be a one-time thing. I just want to kind of experiment with it. I mean, I'll probably do some on my personal work here and there on stuff that I'm working on, but for this, I'm not too sure if we'll do it again. It sources good ideas and it creates good inspiration, but I don't think at a core it is very much a necessity of who we are. You know, it might be one day, but it's not really going to be the thing. And I know a lot of people have a problem with it, but I mean, if you've only just joined, me and Connor briefly spoke about this idea that people have in their head of AI taking over the world and ruining art and stuff. And these programs that we use are tools to be used. They are not replacements of people. They are to bypass long ways round stuff. They are not to overrule experience or diminish value in people's time. So don't be a hater. Yeah, easy. What is this? What is going on? Sorry, I'm just catching up with these comments. I'd kill for it when it'd be on sale. Yeah, that hoodie will go on sale tonight. There'll be like 5 of them. I know we've got like I think there's some extra large and large, but there's no like small sizes or anything. Yeah, Sam's just linked merch in chat. Thank you, Sam. Might fly out to the UK again for one of your shows. Which one do you reckon will be most worth it? The show that will be most worth it, and I guarantee will be most worth it, is London, because what we have got planned is going to be insane. It's also going to be the biggest show we've done ever. So I kind of just want people there for the sake of it to see what we're going to do, because the visuals that we're implementing into the show is going to be fantastic. Like Underworld was good, but this is going to be like 10 million times better than that, because we've actually got room to do stuff on stage and have more things involved and actually bring some production for it. So it's going to be great. So yeah, if anyone's coming to the headline in November, let me know in the chat. Let's have a talk about it. How do you maintain your energy and passion for performing at such a high level? By hating myself so much. Now, I think it's honestly like I can't maintain it, so I'm just getting it done whilst I can. Is my way of putting it. What is going on? What size of the real emo shirt are you wearing? I'm unsure of what size to get. I wore an extra large in that, but I always wear oversized, so if you like things a bit tighter, go for large or medium. Oh my god, there's so many comments coming in. Advice on getting out of creative rut: take your time, get away from it, try power through it. If you can't power through it, it's fine, come back to it on another day. If you are a creative person, you will never not be creative. And please understand that, coming from someone who is literally crippled before at the idea of thinking you've done every idea. Ideas come in waves. There's a really good Johnny Cash documentary, if you ever get time to watch it, about how he toured the world and was doing stadiums, and then in 2 years' time he ended up doing, I think it was like bars to like 600 people. So if you want any inspiration for that, just look at that. And then he worked it back up by doing that Nine Inch Nails cover and went like platinum and all this other stuff. So take your time with it. There ain't no race in this shit. COVID could just strike again any minute, and your own self-worth is more important than anything else. Hey, thanks for the subs. Sorry, I should have been saying thanks for the subs, everyone who's been sending them. Really do appreciate it. Sorry I'm late, it's been quite a day. It's been quite a day, I've been doing so fucking much. It's horrible. Is Attempt 8 the most personal song on Rouge? Yes. Yes, it is. I so thought the light was going to fall down then, but we good. Yeah, we good. What is going on? Static Dress was legit unplanned. Surprised when I saw Loathe in Cleveland. Just wanted to say it was a show. It was fucking sick. Yeah, Cleveland was fucking cool. Going to Bristol and Birmingham, seeing you guys. Hey, let's go. And seeing us on the Bring Me tour. Yeah, so we're also touring with Bring Me the Horizon in January, and that's going to be fucking stupid. Like, I don't even know what to do. What time-ish are the hoodies going up on sale? I don't know. Honestly, probably an hour after this stream's done. They will be up tonight, I promise, but just leave it with me. When will you come to Poland? I miss your positive energy. We will be coming this year. And that's it. Any collabs would bring me in the future? I don't know. There's nothing on the cards. I'm also not going to let it be the thing that defines this band either. I think we could make something really great, but I feel like where we're at right now in terms of size, if we were to do something, it might just completely like overshadow us. Like they're one of the biggest bands ever at this point, and my only worry was the biggest thing we could ever do. Like it might set a ceiling for us you know, and that's not any diss on them. It's mad respect on them because they're absolutely fucking huge. I just don't want to. I want to make sure that the thing that we do doesn't get completely like swamped by them. You know, like we exist in our own lane and we always have. And as do they. That's why I think they're the best. So for the first time in Stuttgart, Germany. Yeah, the show was fucking sick. Seeing you headline in Manchester and seeing you open for Bring the Horizon in Manc. Yeah, let's go. Manny's going to be sick. It's almost sold out, I'm pretty sure. Manny and Leeds on the headline tour in November, already almost gone. And haven't even announced the supports yet, which are going to be good. Do you have any tips for filtering ideas or like choosing what to work on? Sometimes I feel I get swarmed by my ideas and I freeze. Split them off. Realize that you've got time to do all these different things that you want to do. I tried to do something similar where I tried to throw every single idea into one pot at one point. And it was just shit. Like, you end up diluting your ideas. I think when you've got a really, really cool, complicated idea, rewrite it again, start from the base, and then work your way up to building it into something new. You could end up then coming up with 2 ideas, just use them at different points. You'll have more than one idea. I promise you. Take this from someone who's learned the hard way about it. I promise you'll have more than one idea. Will you be doing the same stuff you're doing in London for the headliner in Manchester and other cities? No. We're going to be trying to mix it up at most shows, so it will be different, but I can tell you, because of the sheer size of the venue and the size of the stage, it allows us to do way more in London. So if you're thinking about coming to London, do hurry up, because it's going to be a good time. When are the supports getting announced? As soon as, I don't know, probably soon, hopefully soon. Any UK bands that you're into at the minute? Let's have a look. Black Coast, always a shout. Shout out Scott. Shout out RTO as well. Big up Ray. I'm trying to think. UK artists. I've been listening to like the weirdest stuff ever at the minute, so I'm a bit far from the UK right now. Shout out Bodyweb, Louis' new project. If you're into anything like OG, like 36 Crazy Fists kind of vibe, go check it out, because it's something really special, and I'm excited to see what he does with that shit. How do you figure out what songs suit a heavier style compared to a softer style? I think it just naturally comes out. I mean, I know there's definitely songs on the record which we've done heavy and then made soft for the Redux, so it just all just depends on the mood, I think. What was the Coldplay song you were on about earlier? Honestly, couldn't tell you. I think it might be Coldplay. I think it is Coldplay. I just know it's a bit shit, but it's just like depressing. Was so close to getting one of your set lists at download, but security gave it to some random dude who wasn't that into it. That's so peak. Oh dude, I'm gutted for you. That is funny though. Download was unreal. It was so early that I couldn't even breathe, but you know, it was life changing for sure. Are you guys still in contact with the boys of Boston Manor? Yeah, I talk to Henry sometimes and Dan. They're great dudes. Bodyweb goes hard. You are not wrong. I also helped Louis with some of the vocals on that, and you can actually hear me on one of the songs, which is even funnier. I literally fell asleep in the studio and woke up to him screaming into a mic and was like, "Oh well, I guess I'm not asleep anymore." And he was like, "I just don't know what to do here." And our good friend Adam, who was engineering it, and I was just like, "Oh, give it a shot." And I just recorded some layers for him. So it's just all about the process with it, you know. Kim Dracula would be so good. Would be dream come true. Me and Sam absolutely banging them at the minute. Like, it's crazy crack music. It's sick. Oh yeah, Bodyweb debut show. Any Leeds heads in the chat this weekend over at Boom? Good old fest, hardcore bands, lots of good shit. If you're down, get down. What is Pusher Up about? Pusher Up's about the idea of being peer pressured into substances, into drinking, a position that I found myself in when I was younger quite a lot, and then I kind of made some stories up about it, and it's honestly about those types of people who will use the I'm so drunk thing to their like advantage, and like how the repercussions of just being a trash person kind of are, and like the depressing side of kind of like alcohol abuse and stuff like that. So it's yeah, pretty dark, but there's enough in there to dig. Narrowhead was my first boom. Yeah, shout out Narrowhead. Download was crazy. Yeah, it was fucked. Live stream the shows. I wish we could. I really wish we could. I mean, we could. We might be able to, but half these venues that I've talked to, you either have to pay licensing. I don't know if the label would allow us to do that. There's just a lot of ifs and buts, and honestly, with the amount of stuff we're putting into these shows, I'm more worried about the actual show going to shit because of it than us just doing that. And also, like, a lot of live stream audios from desks normally tend to be ass, so I'd rather put something cool together into a package and be able to give some, like, to people, you know, give them a reason to come see it live rather than just watching it on your phone. Because half the time the show's in the people that are there. Like, you're just as much as part of the show, even if you're not on stage. Chat is popping off. Are you a Rikuma fan? I'm going to be like a dick here. I don't actually know what that is, but it sounds like something I'd definitely be into. What's the biggest lesson you've learned since the process of dropping RCD? Is there anything you want to do on the next one? Yeah, probably just the process of making this record hurt a lot. Like, a lot went into it. I feel like the Redux is almost kind of a redemption in a way. Like, it was hard. I think looking back on it, we could have done a better job on some songs, but it was definitely a product of where, I think it was just a product of where we were in time, you know? Do you remember Beauty School Dropout? Yeah, of course. I still talk to him every day. The fucking funniest guys in the world. Convulsing Through Love Like Jaws is one of my favourite lyrics of all time. I have it in all my social media bios. I'm on it tattooed. Hey, that's sick. If you get a tattoo, tag us. That'd be cool. Yeah, that whole thing's just about grit teeth, basically. What made you colour your hair? Hating myself. Death to the Overground, please explain. Right. So this is the whole problem I have with a lot of artists these days who are exploiting this whole subculture of music. It's the capitalization of hardcore. It's these weird bands coming up looking better than they actually sound, you know, just that's for me the overground. When I like talk to my family who have nothing to do with like underground music, or they have nothing to do with rock music or hardcore music, their front perception are these forward facing arseholes who have this like energy to everything they do, and it's just awful. Like, they're the worst types of fucking people. They don't care, you know. It's all a load of shit. So it's just basically death to that, because like collectively I'm just through with it. Like, it's horrible. It'll be gone in like 3 years anyway, so, you know, TikTok's just killing rock music day by day, so I'm just sat here laughing at it. What is this? Important hair question. How do you maintain it? Brushing it and argan oil. Argan oil? Yeah, we'll go with argan oil. Fuck it. Getting static dress tattooed on me soon. Yo, fair. That's mad. Is TikTok is a good and bad tool. Agreed. I think it blows stuff. I think it's good for blowing stuff up. I think what it blows up is ass. So, you know, but then again, that brings me on to another conversation of where do I think that everything that blows up is ass. Like, I was having this conversation with Sam, and I was like, do we just start writing ass songs so then they get big? Like, do I think that everything that's shit's just really like good for everyone else? You know? So I don't know. I just want to keep pushing stuff the way we keep pushing it, and fingers crossed something will happen. But you know. I'm from Belgium and I'm coming to London to see you. Hey, thank you so much. And Such a Shame is in my top 3 of all time. Thank you so much. Yeah, that London show is going to be crazy. Like, going to be so crazy. Sorry to ask that again, but I'm really curious. Do you know what amp model? I think it's best. I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that one because it changes all the fucking time. I keep getting this hype train notification. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Oh my god, my ears. Y'all don't write ass music. Oh, we do sometimes. You just never hear it. Ollie, is it worth me getting London tickets? If you're going to any shows, go to London. Trust. The light nearly went. The light nearly went. When are we gonna see you dancing on TikTok for views? Kick me in the face before that happens. When we start doing VIP, that's when we'll start doing it. Fucking hell. Would you say the new static dress music is the same style as Rouge or a lot different? Well, definitely the same band. I mean, if you compare stuff, like you compare Vague to Courtney, it doesn't sound like the same band at all. So I don't know. It'll keep changing. It'll keep just doing different shit. I know that, but it'll still be the same people writing it. It'll still have the same integrity. We're not going to start being like, my mum, fucking blah, blah. Like, never going to start writing shit like that. Someone's going to clip that and make that into a meme now, I can tell. Genuinely considering travelling 3 hours to London. And I've never gone that far for a gig before. Do it! Drop the burner SoundCloud. You can find it. Just search us on SoundCloud. It's on there. It's full of shit. Ollie, will you do a little... if you buy tickets to the London show, I'll do a TikTok dance on stage. How about that? Nah, fuck that. I'm never doing that shit. Are you going to stick around after a gig and, like, meet people? Depends how I'm feeling. I'm, like, more happy to do that most days. In, like, America, I did it quite a lot. It can just end up me talking forever and end up fucking my voice, which is the worst shit I've ever said. But, like, it's true. It's true. Do you have any other projects? Like, no. Disposable Care, please keep us on the set list. Yeah, it's big up. Best song. Everyone in the band hates it but me. I think you should make a song just talking in your accent. Worst voice ever. Best DJ set ever, not wrong. I think this is about it. I might just call this here. To be fair, like I mentioned, oh, hold on. By the way, I love the Courtney Redux. Jess made the song even better. Yeah, she did. Best band ever. Shout out World of Pleasure. Unreal. Best people, best band. Yeah, I'm gonna call it here. We got a bunch of stuff coming up. If you've not checked out the Such a Shame video, please go and check it out. It's also available for streaming and stuff. Checking it out, sharing it always helps out. Stay in touch with socials and everything like that. It's always going to help us. Like everyone who's in this chat right now, this wouldn't be possible without any of you, so really appreciate it. We've got US tour in September, we've got something in October, I'm not telling you yet, and then we've got the headline in November. We're hitting a bunch of cities and a bunch of other shit. Please come through. Whilst everyone's still here, let me show you this shit real quick. I don't even know why I've got them on, to be honest. I literally don't know why I have them on. I'm not even talking to anyone, and I've got my AirPods in still. Mad. So the Redux record, which is coming out on September the 15th, we've dropped in the first colour variant available, which is Glow in the Dark, and I have a copy of that. Oh, That's almost like I planned it right here. And you can't actually tell it's glowing in the dark, but this is actually glowing in the dark. This is the worst timing ever. This is actually glowing in the dark. Not very bright right now because I've been sat in the dark. But you can go pick this up. You can go pick this up on Roadrunner. That comes with a 7-inch, which contains the first 4 Redux songs. There'll be 3 more issues of this for all the other ones. Honestly, I'd suggest go pick up one of these because they are very limited, and I know they are selling quite quick. That'll be linked in the video. It's on Roadrunner's official site. There's also a hoodie on there that I'm super proud of as well. So if you want to help us out and go pick up one of them, massively appreciated. This light is absolutely dead as. Hold on, is it? Let me see. There's still 119 people in here. I thought there was going to be like 10. So thank you. Oh, we got this red light going on. That's nice. Hold on. Nah, my lips look weird, not right. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I'll be quick. If you want to go pick up a record, you can get one on Roadrunner. It's coming out the 15th September. There's going to be 3 different variants of the vinyls of the 7 inches. All stuff that we're super proud of. So if you want to pick them up, they're extremely limited. Sam's just linked it in chat if you want to go and do that. Appreciate every single person. The light's gone off again. We're on tour in November. Love you all. Peace. Yeah.